Hello, fourth grade. Miss Steele here. I'm down here, and these are my hands. This thing right here is recording what I'm doing with my hands. So what we're going to make today is we're going to make a huge stacked cake, but we're also going to be talking about color mixing, because where we choose to pick our colors is dependent on color mixing. But we'll get to that when we get to that. First, let's get started. You guys are going to need paper. I got a big piece of paper for this one. Pencil eraser, pretty standard. I have markers, but you guys can use something else if you would like to color in, but I would suggest markers just because it's kind of big. And then I have a Sharpie because I want to add some details at the end. So to get started, first we're going to draw our cake, which seems hard, but I promise it's pretty easy. I want 7 different layers to my cake, so I want to fit in 7 different layers to my cake on this paper. I think it's easiest to start at the very top at the smallest and then kind of get a little bit bigger as I go on. So to draw my first layer of cake, I'm going to start out with an oval. So I'm going to draw a big flat oval. So you guys can see at the very tippy top of my paper I did an oval, and I might make this one even smaller. I pressed a little hard. I did not remember light until it's right. So I'm going to press a little bit lighter on this one. And I'm going to make this one a little bit smaller. So now we have an oval for the top of our cake. What you're going to do is you're going to bring 2 lines down the sides, and you want them to be even. And then to connect them, you're going to do another curved line. So you don't want to do it flat, you want to do it a little bit curved. And that'll give it, I know we're talking about color, but this is actually form. So now it looks like kind of a 3D layer of cake. So now for the next one, I come towards the bottom and I do maybe 2 little lines going out, and then you're going to draw another flat oval, only a little bit bigger than this. You don't want to go too big because you want to keep them getting bigger. So then along the bottom, I draw my next oval. And then I'm going to do the same thing, that I'm going to bring down these lines. I'm going to do mine straight, but you guys could even do your cake going crooked if you want, or in a crazy direction. But there's 2, and then I did my flat oval, the 2 down the side, and then my round line. I'm going to show you guys one more time how to draw this cake shape. And then you just keep going, and the cake keeps getting bigger. So this one's slightly bigger, so then I'm going to do the same thing, that I'm going to bring 2 lines out from the side, just a little bit, towards the bottom. I'm not doing it halfway through, or not at the very bottom, but just kind of like half an inch from the bottom. And then I'm going to bring this around to make an oval shape. 2 lines going down the side. Maybe I'll make this one a little bit longer. You can do some that are really skinny or some that are really fat if you'd like. So now I have 1, 2, 3, and now I have to do my next one. So on the side of my cake, an oval, 2 flat lines going down the side. And then bring in that curved line. So I'm going to go ahead and draw my next 4 tiers, and then I will be right back. Okay, so now I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 different like tiers. That's what they kind of call them, but basically just different cakes stacked on top of cakes. So like this flat part that we drew for the oval, that is the top of the cake, and so these are the sides. So I'm going to use my black marker and leave these ovals white so I can decorate them, but now in here I want to start adding some color to it. So what you're going to want to pull out is your 3 primary colors. That would be red, blue, and yellow. And then you want to pull out your 3 secondary colors. So red and blue together make purple, so we're going to add purple. And then That's one of our secondary colors, our first one. And then we have red and yellow, and together they make orange. And then our last color combination is these two. So when we look at yellow and blue, and together they make green. So now we have our 3 primaries and our 3 secondaries. So what you want to do is you want to color some of these in using your primary colors, but you want to leave a space in between. So what I like to do is I just like to use my red and make a little mark so I know. So I'm going to do this one red, and then I'm going to leave a space, and then I can do this one yellow. So then I know that this one in between them, because I'm looking if you guys know how to mix colors. So you don't want to put 2 primaries next to each other. You want to space them out. So then on the cake in between, you can look at what these 2 colors make together. So I did red, space, yellow. So then red and yellow together would make orange. So I'm going to do this one orange. And so then I have yellow here, which is one of my primaries. So I want to skip one. And then I'm going to do blue here. So then we know this one's going to be red, orange, yellow. And then I have to think about what do yellow and blue mix to make, and I'm going to put that one in between. So I know they mix to make green. So now the only color I have left that I haven't used yet is purple. So then for my bottom layer, I'm going to do that one red again so I can use purple, because then for this middle one, I know that blue and red together make purple. So I did that so I knew where to put all of them. So I have red, and then I skipped one and I put in yellow. And then I went back and I was like, what do red and yellow make together? Orange. And then we have yellow and blue, and in between them we have green, and that's what they mix to make. Then we have red. Oh, we have red down here and blue right here, and then those mix together to make purple. I know this looks a little bluish, but I promise it's purpley. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go through and I'm going to fill in, not the round oval top. I want to leave that white because I want to use my marker to add in pretty patterns and designs. I'm just going to color in each of these, whichever color I kind of ticked here on the side, because I know that's what color it should be. So I'm going to do that, and I will be back. Okay, 4th grade, so I just got done coloring mine. So if you can see, I have my red, orange, yellow, green, blue, purple, and red. And what I'm looking for whenever you guys are coloring in, I'm making for sure you have like the right secondary colors in between your primary colors. So if this was, you know, red and then yellow, and in between I put green, that wouldn't show me that you guys know how to mix colors. So I'm looking at, you know, let's say if this was yellow and this was blue and this was red in between. That wouldn't make much sense. You want to make for sure that you have 2 primaries and then a space in between so you can put in your secondaries. So now that I have my cake all done, I'm going to draw a table down here for it, I think. And then I have all of this white area right here that I'm going to go back in with my Sharpie and just add different like details, pretty much whatever I want to add, different sorts of patterns, line design, anything like that you would like to do. So I'm going to do that and I will be right back. But you can see before I leave or pause this video to work on this some more, you can see I did my cake straight up, but if you want to do yours kind of going off to the side or kind of lopsided, if you've ever seen Sleeping Beauty, they make a cake in it and it's like all sorts of wonky. You guys can choose to do that too. So I'm going to go ahead and add in my table and my design, and I will be back. Okay, 4th grade, so I just finished up. I know it's such a big paper, it doesn't fit, but I just finished up my color mixing cake project. So if you can see, I gave me a little table there at the bottom, and then on the tops of each of my cakes, I did different designs and patterns. You guys can add in whatever you want. But yeah, that's it. I'm so excited to see how your guys' comes out. Be sure to post it in the media folder, and I will see you guys all later. Oh yeah, have a good rest of your morning, afternoon, evening, whenever you're watching this, and I'll see you guys later.